If political debates are supposed to be about understanding each other, then YouTube's Surrounded might be the perfect example of how far we've drifted from that idea. It's a show where one person is placed in the middle of a circle, surrounded literally by 20 people who oppose their beliefs. The editing is fast, the confrontations are sharp, and the stakes feel unnecessarily high. It's binge-able, yes. It's shareable, but it's also deeply flawed. In the last year, Surrounded has exploded in popularity, going from niche experiment to viral sensation. But these videos are not designed to foster empathy. They're engineered for algorithm-friendly drama. And while they might look like political discourse on the outside, what's really happening is something closer to professional wrestling with a political coat of paint. Today, I'm going to break down why exactly these debates go so viral, the dangers of turning political discourse into entertainment, and the cultural cost of treating extremism like just another hot take. The Surrounded setup is simple. One person sits in the center, 20 to 25 people, give or take, are encircling them, there's no formal moderator, and rounds of questions and eliminations until only a few voices remain. On paper, it's a fresh, almost gamified approach to political discussion, but the reality is much more chaotic than constructive. Participants oftentimes talk over each other, responses are reduced to sound bites, and moments of actual nuance and complexity get cut out in favor of high-impact exchanges. From an algorithmic standpoint, this makes a lot of sense. The more attention per second, the higher the retention rate. The show's editing leans into rapid cuts, reaction shots, and dramatic music cues, exactly the same tools reality TV uses to keep you glued to the screen. However, the issue is that when you compress complex and very nuanced topics into bite-sized viral moments, you strip them completely of the depth that's necessary to understand them. And when the goal becomes get the clip that goes viral instead of find common ground, discourse suffers as a result. The Surrounded model taps into what's been called debate me bro culture, a performative style of arguing designed to humiliate opponents rather than engage with them. This style thrives on social media because it's easy to clip and easy to cheer for. Clips from the show regularly rack up millions of views on TikTok and Twitter. Many of the most successful moments usually involve an emotional outburst, like someone storming off or yelling, a gotcha moment, which is a one-liner that supposedly destroys the other opponent, or an extremist reveal, where a participant admits to holding shockingly far-right or far-left ideals and beliefs. The editing and framing encourage us to pick a side, screenshot our favorite moment, and dunk on the losers, quote-unquote, in the comments. The cycle continues to feed itself. Outrage fuels engagement fuels the algorithm, and the algorithm fuels more outrage. It's a never-ending cycle. In that way, Surrounded is not just documenting debate culture, it's shaping it entirely, and the shape it's beginning to create is combative, theatrical, and completely shallow. Jason Lee, the founder of Jubilee Media, has said the point of Surrounded is to foster empathy and show people how to talk across divides. In theory, that's a noble mission, but when you look at the actual content that's being posted, it's clear the format often undermines that mission. Participants rarely leave with a deeper understanding of the other side, and more often than not, they leave with a viral clip to post on their own personal channels. A prime example is the episode entitled One Progressive versus 20 Far-Right Conservatives, featuring journalist Mehdi Hassan. While Hassan was articulate and prepared, the episode still gave significant airtime to openly extremist figures, including one participant who openly identified as a fascist. The presence of these views didn't spark deep, reasoned rebuttals, it just gave extremists a platform and a spotlight they might not have otherwise had. And even more troubling, investigative reporting later revealed that one participant, Richard Black, had organized violent far-right protests. The fact that he was even able to appear at all on this episode points to some major vetting problems within Jubilee, which raises the question, is Jubilee prioritizing sensational personalities over safety and credibility? This is where the debate gets messy, because should we platform extremists to quote-unquote debate them, or does that just normalize and amplify their ideas? Well, the defenders of Surrounded often argue that putting extremists in the circle exposes them and allows viewers to see their arguments fall apart under scrutiny. But in a format that rewards short and punchy lines, extremist rhetoric can come across as confident and bold, even when it's fundamentally false or dangerous. The danger isn't just that the extremists get attention attention, it's that the audience begins to view extremism as just another perspective in the marketplace of ideas. The New Yorker put it bluntly: Surrounded turns debate into a combat sport. And combat sports naturally have winners and losers. You root for your fighter, you boo the other side. That's fun for sports, but it's completely disastrous for politics. The audience walks away not with a richer understanding of an issue, but with a reinforced sense of who is right and who is wrong. The show doesn't bridge divides, it continues to harden them. And that's the paradox of political entertainment. The very format that makes it successful online is the same thing that makes it bad for actual discourse. But we can't just blame Jubilee here, because Surrounded is just a symptom of a bigger cultural shift, one where politics is consumed as entertainment, and entertainment is designed to spark division. Think about it. In the 2010s, cable news figured out that outrage keeps people watching. In the 2020s, social media figured out that outrage makes people share. And now in 2025, YouTube has weaponized outrage into binge-able game show style content. And we, the viewers, are part of the equation. Every time we click, comment, and share, without questioning the format whatsoever, we are telling the algorithm, yes, give me more of this. The spectacle of viral political debates isn't going away. If anything, Surrounded is just the beginning. Other creators are already copying the formula, tweaking it for different demographics and platforms. But maybe the real challenge is for us as viewers to become more aware of the difference between politics as spectacle and politics as substance. We can still watch these shows, but we should watch them more critically. Because if we don't, we risk turning democracy itself into just another piece of entertainment. And that's a show none of us can afford to binge.